Hello everybody and welcome back to the shop. My name's Nick and I am a metal fabricator, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make this industrial steel fence from start to finish. So thanks for tuning in, stick with me, and I'm going to show you how to make this thing. So first off, I've already cut the pieces for the frame here, and I'm just going to lay them out so that you can kind of get an idea of how we're going to be doing this. Like always when we're making a frame, it's just this 1.5 inch square tube. It's 14 gauge, and we're going to be laying it out in the positions that we're going to be making it. The legs for this are going to be about 1 foot long, and you're going to want to go for 1/3 of the height of the fence for setting the posts of the legs in. So that's going to be 1 foot into the ground and like 36 inches up. So now we're going for the inside of this fence, and as you can see here, I'm just marking out where I'm going to be cutting this welded wire. And now this is 3 gauge. It's a 1/4 inch thick welded wire with 4-inch square openings, and this is what's going to be the interior of our frame. And you can get this, I think this is a 5 by 12 foot sheet. So we're gonna have to be cutting it down, and you can see here, I'm just taking my angle grinder and I am cutting all of this welded wire down. And it's very easy to cut, but you just gotta make sure that you're doing really accurate measurements and cuts, because if one of those little pieces is too long, it's going to throw off the entire fence. So you just want to make sure that you're doing all of these cuts evenly, marking them out. It just takes a second, and it's pretty quick, and you can just cut these all with an angle grinder in just a second. This is sped up quite a bit, but it's really not so bad. And we're putting it all up on the table, and instead of welding the frame first, I'm just going to be sticking that piece of welded wire inside and making sure it's nice and tight in that frame, just to make sure that everything is perfectly lined up and I don't have to deal with the metal warping or flexing as we apply heat to it in our welds and messing it up. So we're just going to do it all in there together, and you can see I'm just welding up this frame here, and I'm tacking on a few of these pieces of welded wire onto the frame, and that's going to make sure that nothing is moving around as I'm working on the rest of the piece. And now I'm just going to be welding on each of these individual pieces of welded wire where they're touching the frame. And as you can see here, I have a 1/2 inch spacer that I am moving around just to make sure that the welded wire is centered here and it's all the same throughout the entire frame. And these welds, they're not crazy. They're a little more than tacks, but not much, maybe 2 dabs of the filler wire. And we're doing every single one here just to make sure that everything stays nice and straight and flush and perfect for the entire life of this fence, and making sure everything's nice and rigid. So here it is, it's all welded up. And now I'm going to be taking my angle grinder and just grinding off of these welds. Now, if you're interested in how to use your angle grinder to grind these welds flush, I have a totally separate video on that. I'll link it down in the description below. Grinding is probably one of the most important things one of the most important skills that you can have to make something look finished and beautiful. And it just takes a second, but if you don't do it right, you can really kind of it can be the difference between something that's really beautiful and something that's not. So take some time to learn how to use your grinder. Check out the video I have on YouTube, and I hope you can learn something off of that. So now I'm just going to be grinding the last 4 sections here, and then we're going to move on to blackening this fence segment. All right, so here we are, and we're about to blacken the fence. I just wanted to do a little close-up and just show you what the difference is. I just ground off a little bit of the mill scale on this piece just to show you the before and after of blackening, the blackening process, and how it just removes that shine and brings it back to that mill scale black. So this is what we're going to be doing to all the corners. You just apply it and then wipe it off with a rag. Again, there's a full video of this up on my YouTube of exactly what products I use and how I apply them. It's a really fantastic product that I use, and it's a pretty necessary step if you're trying to make things look finished. So here I am, I'm just taking the solution and I'm applying it with a Scotch-Brite. It is acidic and it can damage your skin, so make sure you wear gloves, guys. It's very important. So here we go. I'm just going to be blackening these corners, and then we're moving on to the last step here. Like always, guys, if you're enjoying this content, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I post new videos every Sunday, and just by liking and commenting, you really help out the channel and help me share these videos with as many people as possible. So here it is, the final fence segment. There's going to be about 8 of these that I'm making for this job, and they're all quite labor intensive, but the end result is this beautiful industrial fence. So if you guys have any questions about anything that I did here in the video, you want me to go more in depth on anything, please just feel free to leave a comment, and I read all of them and I will get back to you. So thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.